Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of our Langrisser's mobile series. And not only has the new week started, the update of yesterday has taken care of the bug that many people, including me, had, that the SS trials could not be played, or at least that they didn't reset. So that means it is time for us to jump into the SS trials. Start. Did we sweep? Oh, we didn't sweep. Okay, so we're gonna spend some crystals in order to sweep the trial even faster. Maybe one burger as well. There we go. That's so beautiful. Now we're at A+, and we can begin with the stages of A+. When HP is 100, damage dealt increases and damage you take decreases. Okay, so it's a matter of using AoEs, which is usually the strat that we go for anyway. And for that we need to bring Lana. We'll bring Luna. How are the enemies distributed? Okay, they are in a weird shape, but they will have a hard time crossing, and there's too many horses as well. So I wanted to try something new for this week. Instead of bringing Ledin, we are gonna be using Joshua as our third AoE instead of Shelfaniel. The reason for this is because after all is said and done, when Joshua uses an AoE with the Princess faction buff and he crits, the order of the triggered events is, of course, the attack, the faction buff trigger, and finally the fixed damage from the crit, which may lead to a kill. So Joshua is capable of killing units with the ending of the faction buff from the princesses. Okay, so we want AoEs, and we want a normal attack. We want Leon to be able to punch, and we want Liana to, again, whomever needs another round. Alright. Let's make it simple. None of these people can do a repeat run. So they will take 2 turns to get here. So I'm just gonna end the first round, try to make it fast. They will all try to approach us as fast as they can. I'm guessing that the horses will reach us first, and that is perfectly fine. So move back, move back, move back. The breeze already helps. And then we do wind spiral and faction buff. I've enchanted Joshua with breeze because when the day comes where I use him in PvP, breeze will make it so that he becomes an extremely dangerous part of my tactics. Okay, so this group of enemies sadly did not come here in time, which means we'll have to start taking care of these enemies as they stand. And as they stand, it's actually very well split. So we're gonna begin with this AoE. And then we are going to use Joshua's ultimate. In fact, we could go all the way here. Punch everyone. Oh, this is amazing. This is the difference between Joshua and faction crits. The difference between Joshua and Shelfaniel is, that's incorrect. Is that he can go in, crit everyone, run back. As you see, even with his low power as it stands, he is currently damaging everyone very hard. So the only question here that remains is, will we be able to kill these units on time? And that will be tricky. We may have to take some hits. And I will use Leon and Luna to minimize the number of hits taken. I don't think I need chivalry. This doesn't look like a chivalry turn. So we go here. Joshua will take the hit. Oh, that's a problem. Oh, he lives. Good. Joshua falls, but that's perfectly fine for our calculations. All we need to do is make sure that we kill the rest without any problems. And for that, we will start with an AoE over here, limiting the movement speed of these units, especially for this one, who will be completely left out. Kill the horse, maybe get a Gale trigger. Nope. And finally Punch this person. And then run away. And Liana cannot reach anyone, so that will be it. I think it would go a lot better if I had already a good set of gear on Joshua, but all I have is a maximum level extreme magic bow, and the rest is just garbage. I forgot to use wind spiral, but the game forgave us by giving us a Gale trigger, and that's the end of stage 1. And here we go. When battling against blah 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 blah. So, how does it look this time? Much better than last time. Okay, all we need to do is make sure... never mind. The Hellhounds will be able to reach us into crazy distances, and if we don't tank them from the beginning, they'll begin spreading out, and this will make my life harder. So the only other thing I want to replace is this for Heaven's Sanction. That's the reason we keep bringing it in. And then the faction buff for Ledin. We can even put Ledin in the front. So I will actually start with the shield for the main reason that I want to protect okay, so basically everyone, but in general I want to really take all the hits I can. So this will be hit there, and I think our Ledin is capable of killing all of these people. Then we will go for Wind Spiral plus Faction buff as always. And we will leave Lana over here and use Miracle, so that next turn we can go all in and probably finish the level. We also chose specifically this distance so that the archers wouldn't be able to attack us, and it worked out like a charm. So, horse number 1 is dead. Healing Light, back to almost full. Cavalry number 2 is dead. Healing Light, no trigger, fair enough. Bone Dino also falls. Healing Light, good healing. Cavalry 4 gets killed as well. Alright, and at this point it is much easier if we just go for single target attacks. I'll take this one here. You can stay there, doesn't matter. Luna can try to take this kill. This was actually not enough. We'll give attack blessing to Lana. I think I'm one tile too far away from this, but at the very least I can do the single target version. Maybe with attack blessing, no, not enough. And for now we will just take this punch. There's only one unit remaining. This should make it easy for us. We'll go with Luna. And get the level done. What's next? Damage decreases 20% for each block moved. Yep, we know this one. So we still want the same strategy. We want to do a counter-attack AoE strategy, and I think using the same units makes perfect sense. And because the danger zone is so far away, I think we can straight up start with faction buff. And then move everyone as close as we can. We can give away the faction buff now. The cool thing about Luna and Leon in this specific case is that both of them are capable of resetting how far they have traveled for the turn, thanks to their move again bonuses like Wind Spiral and Chivalry. Okay, so this is annoying just because it delays how much the level will last. But here we are. These are our enemies. Okay, let's begin. Wind Spiral resets how much we have moved. Full attack on the Harpy Queen. It's not enough for a kill, but it was pretty close. I think the damage reduction from moving is worse than just attacking straight up. So that's that. I'm gonna go for a Divine Guard here. And Leon will just punch a little bit, making room for TRs. TRs will move here, heal Leon for a little bit. And then on the next turn we can maybe start using our AoEs. Okay, that enemy tries to ram us and dies horribly while doing so. How far does this reach? Seems like it would be best if we waited one more turn. So what we're gonna do is just shoot here. Take this position with Leden. Take this position with Tiaris. We will go for a punch over here, because a ranged unit we simply would be taking an attack and there's no point in doing so. And then we'll move Lana closer so that we can do our AoEs. So this unit moved 3 tiles, that means damage reduced by 60%. He basically barely touched Leden. Leden then heals, maybe, no. Again, 3 movement pieces, barely any damage at all. Tries to boulder smash, but we're invulnerable thanks to Tiaris, and this unit doesn't even reach us anymore. We use Heaven Sanctioned because it's the only way to not move and still attack. And Wind Spiral is still on, so we're gonna take the shot. It's very cool. And now we can use the same trick as before. We use Wind Spiral to reset how much we have moved. And we will be attacking this melee unit over here. And while it's true that Leon has 3 tiles to move to attack this enemy, his 40% damage is still quite enough to get this kill. And for the last bit, we'll try to see if Tiaris has enough power, and she does. Particularly for effects and moments like this, we have equipped our Tiaris with int staffs instead of straight up healing. I have an SSR replacement prepared for her, but as long as SR goes, she's using a caster's setup, plus a Sage Hat, of course. Alright, all damage decrease. Okay, basically the same type of map. We have infinite burgers, and we are able to go. Okay, so how are we distributed? Horribly. Let's remove the... Okay, we'll do a small change here. We'll start with Leon at the bottom and Luna. Luna will be able to go here and Wind Spiral all the way to here so that she can then faction buff. And then we're gonna place these 2 over here. We're gonna go with Lana so we're gonna first move with Leden and defend. We're gonna then put Tiaris here and attack after using the faction buff, or maybe we Miracle. I think Miracle would be better. Then we'll move everyone towards up, if you would say that. And that should be the end of our strategy. The main goal here is to reunite the party, right? So when your party is split, no matter what game you're playing, make sure to go back together. It works even in D&D. Wind Spiral. We move to the other side of the fence. We go Faction Buff. We go Shield. We move over here. We shoot. Even if the damage is 0, the Faction Buff triggers and deals the damage. And I think I can use a trick here where I only move one square. I see, I cannot hit both of them. In that case, that's perfectly fine. We go for a black hole. If we're gonna hit 3, might as well use the other spell that is not extremely overreaching. And now that they have been taking some damage, at the very least, they have some debuffs, so that they don't destroy us in one turn. And I believe only the gargoyles and the assassins, so basically everyone we were close to would be able to attack. Healing like triggers, Ledin is safe. Gargoyle moves 3 spots, that's a mistake, but the AI doesn't know any better. So they ended up healing Ledin for free. For us. Okay. I don't think this reaches Leon. Yeah, it doesn't reach everyone actually. So we're gonna go with Leon and Punch, even though it may not lead to a kill, because we want to move all these 3 spots all the way here. We move. I don't want to move. Okay, we just will take this kill and let Luna tank a little bit of damage. Again, we move 1 spot only, as little as possible, and we go for some more damage. Doesn't get us the kill, but quite close. We'll move Ledin into the fence, kill the Shinobi, and then we go for Miracle, so that Ledin is still able to tank everything and survive. Okay, 0 damage dealt. Healing Light takes care of the rest. This could be a problem, but again, they move 2 spots. That means they'll fail at what they're trying. And while the faction buff is gone, Heaven's Sanction should still be amazingly cool and very destructive. Good job, Lana. Silence cast over there may help in the future. I attacked with Luna hoping for a debuff from the bowman, but I didn't get it. So Leon will be going up, and maybe 20% of his damage is enough for a kill, but it is not. So we go back here. And I guess it will be sane to heal Lana, since we still need her for the future. It's time for Ledin to do faction buff, because we need to survive this turn on our own merits. Luckily the archers will tend to go to Leon because he's the only one with flying units. That usually is the case. And because this unit is silenced, they cannot pull any cool tricks, which means we get to tank everything and maybe even kill this unit. Ah, never mind, the attacking buff is out. Still, we're in a prime position to just finish this level with no effort. Okay, so we move over here and we shoot over there. Great kill. Luna can still attack once, so we're gonna take a great shot at here. Ah, it's very close. Very, very close. I wonder if Tiaris can finish her off. We will see. I mean, it's okay if Tiaris dies in retaliation, but it would save us an entire turn. Nope. Doesn't get it. And I don't think a punch from Ledin at 40% can do it. But here we go. Hey, good job, Ledin. To be fair, it was 1% from the enemy, so only a matter of time. We get our gold, and it is time to go for the boss. So in order to keep the video split, I'm going to do a tiny break of 1 second, and then we'll continue. Be right back.